I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully is disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, them. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state. And of course, as always, I'm upset. Good evening, good people, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is I, the Maize Mad Man. I'm here with this week's guest, 3-star athlete Elijah Dotson. Elijah, what's going on?
What's up?
Nothing much, man. First of all, thank you for accepting the invitation. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get right into it. I know people had a lot of questions. There were some already in here beforehand. I know you were a visitor for the barbecue at the Big House.
Right.
Please tell me that there was other food available than that plate that went viral.
Yeah, there was. That was my personal what I wanted to eat. So
okay, so that was just what you wanted.
Yeah.
All right, man. I thought we was down bad, man.
Nah, they was doing y'all wrong. It wasn't even like that.
They weren't doing it dirty on the internet. That's good to know, though. Let's start from the beginning, man. When did you start playing football?
Man, I played flag football up to 5th grade. My dad played in college and stuff. So, and my mom a physical therapist, so she wasn't trying to let me play young. So, like 5th grade hit, that's when my dad started playing football. So I started 5th grade, and I was just into it from there.
Absolutely. So growing up in Detroit, the Detroit area, tell people who don't know so much about Detroit, what Detroit is like, what it's about. You know what I mean? People have like a misconception about the city.
Yeah, like they look at Detroit football wise, like they don't think Michigan football is that good in general, but like really it's some dogs that like nobody knows about. And it comes to light. Like, you see Dante Moore, Will Johnson, Jaden Mangum, all those players, Dylan Tatum, everybody. It's so much talent in Michigan that nobody knows about, but Michigan coming for sure.
Absolutely. Speaking of talent out of the city of Detroit, Sauce Gardner, a guy who was a 3-star, I believe, coming out of high school, ended up going to Cincinnati. Now he's like the best cornerback in the NFL. So it's kind of crazy. All right, let's get into it. You are now at UD Jesuit. Is that correct? I'm saying it right.
UD Jesuit, yeah.
Absolutely. Last year, you come onto the scene. You burst onto the scene. 40 catches, 700 plus yards.
Yeah.
A kick return. Tell the people about that. What was that like coming in there? Kind of establishing yourself there.
I know I was gonna have a big year. I was underestimated. Nobody really knew who I was really. Coming out of UD wasn't known really as a football school. But, I stayed there and I showed that, you don't got to come out of Cass or King or all those big schools to make a name for yourself. I made my own name for myself. And, everybody's saying, oh, you're not going to get offers at UD. You're not going to be in the light at UD. But, I came out there, I showed it, and I knew I was going to have a big year. So, I just went out there and proved that.
Absolutely. And there's something to be said for, bringing the light to you. You are the light. You bring the people to you. So, definition of getting it out the mud there. So absolutely everybody can appreciate that. With so you are officially listed as an athlete. You obviously play some receiver, some defensive back. What is your favorite, if you have a favorite position to play?
I'll say personally I like defense more. I like hitting. I feel like it shows more of myself. I can cover, I can tackle, I can go up and get the ball, I can track the ball. I know what the receiver's doing because I also play receiver. So I just feel like overall, my best chance at going to the league, which is the ultimate goal, is at defensive back, safety, or corner, whatever it may be.
Absolutely. And you have decent size. I don't even know if we spoke about that. 6'2", 175, 78 pounds. So
Yeah.
that is a excellent size, especially in the defensive backfield. So
Right.
that's great, long and lengthy. So, and I think that's more what people are going to
Yeah,
these
that's
days
kind of what
anyway,
they're
because
looking at
these
now.
receivers are big. Yeah.
Right. All the receivers like 6'4", you know, you're gonna see DBs like 5'11" to 6'2" max. So, you
Right.
know, I can move for my size. I got speed, you know. I'm top athlete in track in the country and the state. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. So let's talk a little bit about some nuance on the football field. I was watching your film from Huddle,
Uh,
from your season. Uh, at receiver, you look excellent. You know what I mean? I can't even. There's nothing to not like about what you did at receiver. You high point the ball. I saw that. You're not afraid to mix it up, blocking. Got a few pancakes even. So that's
yeah.
crazy for a receiver to get some pancakes, right?
Yeah.
Um, Another thing that I did like, especially at receiver from you, was the fact that you weren't afraid to, get physical and go across the middle and things like that. That's something that people kind of shy away from, especially at this level of
Right.
football. Talk a little bit about that.
You know, I'm a physical player. You know, I'm not scared to go block a linebacker or go put a corner on their back. You know, I'm physical every play. If I'm not catching the ball, you're gonna see me blocking, and when the ball come my way, you know, I'm trying to score every time. So I just come with the dog mentality to dominate every play.
Absolutely. So you've made your way before we get into Ann Arbor. You have a
Uh,
top 10 that includes schools like Pitt, Tennessee, Michigan, of course, is on that list.
right.
Um, tell us a little bit. Let's let people get a little bit of insight into what what the recruiting process is like. Like, do you just sit back and you get offers just mailed in, or do you have to like go out, maybe work out for teams, things like that? What's going on?
It depends with the coaches really. Like some coaches will watch your film and offer you based off of that. They'll come to your school and offer you, or like with Michigan, I worked out. Well, they were looking at me, but they really wanted me more as DB. But they like my film last year. I didn't play that much defensive back. I had 2 interceptions, but I didn't play that much at defensive back.
Right.
They came to a school workout. You know, we had a little school workout just in the morning, like we do that every day. We did a little DB stuff, and Coach Clint came and watched that, and then they offered me after that. So, you know, it's different things. They come to your school, they'll come and watch you work out. You can go work out for them, or they'll just call over the phone. So that's mostly what it's been.
Absolutely. That sounds hectic. It's a hectic schedule these days to be
Right.
a high school athlete, man. You guys got 7-on-7s. You got,
Yeah.
you're obviously for your high school football, and it's just 24/7 now year round. So it's good to see that you are locked in there.
Yeah.
To the people watching, if you have questions for Elijah, don't shy away. Go ahead and ask them. Be sure to like and share the live so we can get more people in. All right, Elijah, you spoke about liking defensive back more. I
Mm.
like your defensive back film that I was able to see. What, like you said, you didn't play a lot of defensive back last year.
Sure.
This year, obviously, getting a more of a chance. I like how you slid in. I didn't play, but I had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Make sure that people get that for sure. Um, and I like one of the most impressive things about your defensive film was the fact that you came up in like run support. You're playing like 10, 15 yards off the line of scrimmage and still closing that gap, coming up in run support. I think coaches like to see that as a fan, at least a seasoned fan, somebody that's played football before, and recognizing that. So is that something that you pay attention to, just recognizing, run plays or even trying to identify when the run is coming?
Yeah, you know, I kind of try to look at everything, you know, see what the linemen are doing. You have to understand, like, in high school, like, one of the linemen gonna point and show you what they're doing. You can read just reading off body language and how the receiver is coming out. You know, every time a receiver's not coming out hard, every time you could tell when they're about to pass or run. And you
Right.
know, I'm just always ready to go hit, so I have no problem hitting that off. So when it comes to the run, I'm there to support every time, and if it breaks loose, I'm there. And then you know the
Absolutely.
pass, I'll go up and get the ball anytime. So at safety, just ball hawking.
That's a beautiful thing, and like you said, you played receiver, so you know kind of those route trees even, and stuff like that. So that's got to be very crazy to kind of like in real time breaking that down on the other side of the ball.
All right.
Um, let's talk about these offers a little bit. I heard that Pitt was the first school to actually offer you.
Yeah.
That's big, man. A Power Five school. Pitt is a decent institution too. Getting that Power Five as the first offer had to be pretty crazy. Were you excited about that?
Yeah, I was super excited. That was like I wasn't really expecting that to be my first offer. A lot of people get MAC first, especially in
Right.
Michigan Central, Miami, Ohio, all those
Yeah.
different schools, Bowling Green. But those schools came in, but they didn't really show too much interest. But like I knew I had a really good season, so I wasn't tripping though. Like I know I worked hard, and I know you just gotta take your time, and God's gonna do His thing. You're gonna get your offers. So Pitt came in, and um, the defensive back coach, he didn't know that I played DB. So he went back and took, the film to the receiver coach, and then they called and they offered me. And then after that, it kind of blew up from there. And then, I kept in contact with Pitt, and they realized I also played DB. So now they're looking at me more, DB wise athlete. So it
Absolutely.
was big though, for sure.
At the next level, are you a guy that wants to? And now this is probably even more popular than ever, right? With the success that Travis Hunter
Right.
is having at Colorado, right? Playing both sides of the ball. A school like, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Michigan fan, but I'm not going to recruit you for Michigan. I don't work for
Right.
Michigan in that capacity, so I'm not going to do that. But a guy like Charles Woodson, who played both sides of the ball,
Yeah.
had some success there. Is that something that you want to do at the next level, or you want to focus solely on whatever position it is that you get recruited up?
Yeah, I would definitely be open to playing both for sure. Cause like I love both. I love playing football. I love being on the field at all times. Cause I feel like I could just help overall the whole team. But I'll do both really. But whatever is best for the team, that's what I'll do.
Absolutely. X or Zomix says I go to a school, go Cubs. Shout out to the Cubs there
Good,
at
man.
Jesuit. That's what's up, man. So I'm not gonna keep you long. I know it's late in the evening. And you got school. So
Yeah.
and that's what's most important. And speaking of school, man, how's it going in academically for you this year?
It's been good. All the classes I have are pretty good, and I feel like all the teachers are there to help and support, and they know what my final goal is. So, being able to talk to them and know what I need to do to get the grades I want to get is big.
Absolutely. I'll just end it with a couple more questions. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan. This is a Michigan channel. I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up.
Right.
Coach Steve Klingscale, the defensive back coach for Michigan, is leading the charge for you. How's your relationship with Klink?
I got a great relationship with Coach Klink. Ever since they offered me, I've been talking to him, periodically throughout the week until the season starting. They got to be more focused and stuff. But I had a great relationship with him, and I feel like he taught me a lot of good things I could take back home and work on my own when I, did visit there and work out with him.
That's good, man. Finally, were you able to meet and speak with Coach Harbaugh at all?
Yeah, I talked to him at the barbecue one-on-one.
Is he a quirky guy like everybody says?
Hey, he is a little bit. He's pretty cool.
That's what's up, man. Elijah Dotson. Everybody be sure to follow Elijah on Twitter at Elijah Dotson06. Elijah, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
We set this up really quickly. I'll stay in contact. Wish you the best of luck. You're 3-0 at this point, right?
Yep, 3-0. Yep. And we're going
Absolutely,
for 4-0 this Friday.
So good luck the rest of the way.
Got a big game. So
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna hold you up, but we definitely are wishing you luck. I'll stay in contact, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll be at Michigan this Saturday too for the game against Bowling Green.
This Saturday.
Yep.
Dope, dope. So speaking of that, so are you able to visit while coach is suspended?
Yeah, I think this is the first week where they're able to have recruits. So, because I think it was
Okay.
the first 2 weeks that they were allowed to have recruits, but I think now that those 2 weeks passed, they're allowed to have recruits now. So I'll be there Saturday.
That's good, man. We look forward to it. Hopefully we get the camera to flash on you a couple times during the game, man. It should be a good one. Well, maybe not so good for Bowling Green, but definitely for Michigan.
Right.
And I appreciate you again, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
That was Elijah Dotson, people, 3-star athlete out of UD Jesuit in Detroit. Young man with a good head on his shoulders, has a bright future ahead, and he's a dog on the football field. That's what's most important. A beast on that football field. Well, it's not what's most important. Let me take that back. But he is a beast on the football field. This was always going to be a short show. Unless you guys have some questions, I'm going to head on out. I appreciate everyone who came through and stopped by for the live. We'll try to get Elijah back up in the future, along with some other guys we're working on as well. So shout out to that. Make sure you check out the YouTube channel. We've got some other lives, of course, but I just dropped the video early today, so check that out. Let's while I got you guys here, let's get some score predictions for Bowling Green. What do you guys? What's the score gonna be this Saturday when Michigan welcomes Bowling Green to the Big House? By the way, blank. Elijah said that was his plate, and that's just what he personally likes. He cleared that up. He said there was some other food there for sure at the Big House. So shout out to him for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.